Ninth standard students, dear students, look here. Today I am going to explain this lesson on saying please. This is an essay written by A.G. Gardiner. In this essay, A.G. Gardiner discusses the necessity of following courtesies and politeness in social life of a man. The essay opens with an instance of a young liftman in the city office who threw a passenger out of his lift for not saying the word please. The man wanted to go to the top floor of the building and he would not say top please. Instead of saying top please, he only said top. This annoyed the liftman and he threw the passenger out of his lift. This irritated the liftman and he threw the passenger out of the lift. This act cost the liftman his job, and the liftman had to lose his job just because of the word please, where the passenger did not say please, stop please, so he threw him out. Discourtesy is not a legal offense. It is not a written dissing law. It is not a written offense. It is not actual offense, and it does not excuse assault and battery. No legal system could attempt to legislate against something which it does not itself recognize as a legally punishable offense. Actually, instead of saying top please, if you say top, it is not a legal offense, but the words irritate the man. The author continues the discussion by saying that probably the man who said top to the liftman was really only getting back on his employer who had not said good morning. This is called compensation means. His assistant employer did not say him good morning, so he had to act in a rude manner to him good morning to him because he had been handpacked at breakfast by his wife. Because the employer was also handpacked by his wife had tortured him. So he did not say good morning to his officer, and the officer did not say top please to the liftman. We infect the world with our ill humors, bad manners, probably do more to poison the stream of the general life than all crimes in the calendar. The first requirement of civility is that we should acknowledge a service, please and thank you. This is very necessary. Saying please and thank you, courtesy words, these two words are very necessary. Though it is not a written law, or small change with which we pay our way as social beings. The author quotes gives an incident when he had forgotten to carry money and boarded a bus. So when passenger came, the author came, he entered into the bus. And he did not carry money. The conductor who was polite, here the conductor was polite, kind-natured, gave him the ticket. He gave him the ticket, though he had no money. When the author asked him how he would pay the fare, he simply told him cheerfully, oh, you will see me someday, all right? Even the conductor had showed him the polite banner. He said, if you have not brought the money today, you may meet me some other day, you may pay at that time. The author gives an account of another incident of how his stool was trampled heavily by the same conductor. Next time what happened? The author came into the bus. The conductor had heavy boots. He trampled his author's stool with heavy boots, but he began to ask sorry in such a way that the author had to assure him that it was not so severe. Though it was a severe pain, but the politeness of the conductor made the author say that, no, it is not so much paining. The author observed that the conductor irradiated such an atmosphere, means created such an atmosphere of good temper and kindliness that a journey with him was a lesson in a natural courtesy and good manners. This is natural courtesy and good manners. If the passenger would have said, "Top please," he would have not been thrown by the lift man out of the lift. So see how please and thank you works. To sum up this discussion, Gardiner says that law can only protect us against material attack. Law can protect us by material attack. If one beats another, law can protect him. The polite man may lose the material advantage, but he always has the spiritual victory. So always the man who is polite, he will be victorious forever. The passenger wanted to go to the top floor of the building and he told a young lift man, "Top," instead of "Top please." This annoyed the lift man and he threw the passenger out of his lift. If we were given liberty to box people's ears, then we will always be fighting with one another and there will be a violence everywhere. If we are allowed to beat others, box others, then he will box us and this will create a violence. The law cannot compel us to be cautious and ill-mannered. The law cannot compel us to be cautious and ill-mannered. It cannot stop us in hurting the people. According to the author, the physical pain will soon come down, but the pain of wound to our self-respect or our vanity may poison a whole day. If you slap anybody, by evening the man may forget. But if you use hard words, poisonous words to others, it will remain forever. Next year when poison tree is there, if you go through the explanation of poison tree, you will come to know how words play. Bad words, abusing words always hurt a man more than if you hit a man, you slap a man, he will forget as soon as possible, but the words will remain. Bad words will remain forever. The first and the most important requirement of civility is that we should acknowledge a service, please and thank you are the small change with which we pay our way to social beings. If you want to be a social being, so you have to use these words, please and thank, these courtesy words. The polite conductor gave the ticket to the author and told him that he need not bother as he could pay them sometime when they meet again. See, this is the politeness of the conductor. The polite conductor irradiated such an atmosphere of good temper and kindliness that a journey with him was a lesson in natural courtesy and good manners. Always this journey will be a happier journey if the conductor is of a polite manner. It is our behavior, mood and attitude that will either dampen or make our day. Our rude and uncivil behavior with others will infect everybody's behavior and will dampen our day. Law cannot enforce the civility. It cannot become the guardian of our private manners. No sacred book could cover the vast area of offences and no court could administer a law which governed our social civilities, our speech, the tilt of our eyebrows and all our moods and manners. As social being, civility has to be cultivated in our daily life. It is a practice which needs to be followed everywhere at all times. The law cannot stop or guard our behavior everywhere. We infect the world with our ill humors. Bad manners probably do more poison the stream of our general life than all crimes in the calendar. For one gets a black eye from an otherwise good-natured husband, there are 100 who live in a life of martyrdom under the shadow of a boor's temper. The author has discussed the importance and effect of good manners with the help of a polite conductor who was kind, considerate and cheerful. The conductor had an inexhaustible fund of patience and a gift for making his passenger comfortable. He irradiated such an atmosphere of good temper and kindliness that a journey with him was a lesson in a natural courtesy and good manners. Good manners are infectious like bad manners. Good manners are also infectious like bad manners. Bad manners go in a bad way, good manners go in a good way. If we encounter incivility, most of us are apt to become uncivil. Similarly, a cheerful person can spread cheer around him like the polite conductor. His own civility, his conciliatory address and good-humored bearing infected his passengers. In lightening their spirit, he lightened his own task. His gaiety was not a wasteful luxury, but a sound investment. We must follow the act of civilities to make life kindly and tolerable for each other. The polite conductor was a model of a true civilian. Here are a few incidents to prove this. The author once, as I told you, boarded the bus in a hurry, found out that he had not carried money. He wanted to inform the same to conductor and would let him get down the bus. He wanted to get down from the bus. But the conductor took it very lightly and asked him what ticket he needed. Directly he asked, without money. He said, where do you want to go? He told the author that he could pay him the fare when they met sometime. Once he trampled the most sensitive toe of the author on rather heavily as he sat reading on the top of a bus. When he looked up in anger and agony, the conductor asked pardon in such words and manner that the author assured him that it did not hurt him much. There was severe pain to his toe, but the politeness of the conductor subsided the pain of the author. If it was raining, the conductor would run up the stairs to give someone the tip. That there was room inside. With old people, he was a considerate as a son. For old people, he used to act as a son. And with children, as solicitous as a father. For children, he used to become father. He had evidently a peculiarly warm place in his heart for young people and always indulged in some merry jest with them. If by chance he had a blind man on the board, it wasn't enough to set him down safely on the pavement. He never left him down only on the pavement. He would call to Bill in front to wait while he took him across the road or round the corner and otherwise safely on his way. The conductor told Bill to wait. He took the blind man, crossed the road, he left him there and then came back. So this is the politeness what the conductor has shown. The same politeness, the same civility. To learn social behavior, we have to use courtesy words, though it is not a written law. Yes, it is easy to be civil at all times. It takes only patience, politeness to be civil. With a positive attitude and accommodative approach, we can handle any situation with civility. Whatever the situation may, we can handle it by civil manners. Our cheerful nature, good manners and politeness are infectious. They can spread then same atmosphere around us and keep everyone in good spirits. I think you all have understood this lesson. Now, children, I will write homework on the board. This you follow. Homework means home assignment. Number 1, write down the glossary words of this lesson twice. Number 2, write and learn the question answers of this lesson. Take down the explanation notes on this lesson. Okay? Thank you. Thank you very much.